So this is all very preliminary. I like some of the figures that I heard as far as how it affects Northfield. Our taxes could go down. But it's very preliminary, and I look forward to those further discussions.
Thank you. Ms. Pownell, what concerns do you have regarding the current NAFRS, Northfield Area Fire and Rescue Service, fire facility, and possible taxing district to the residents and business community of Northfield?
Thank you. Well, I'm really thankful that the contentious nature of the NAFRS board meetings has improved recently. That's really important, especially when you're talking about really high-level things that have a major impact on your community and your townships. They put financial policies in place and completed their first audit, which is great. They still have some policy level discussions that they need to be working through on the taxing district and how that tax rate is applied to the different areas. I'll be looking for a clear explanation on that, on what is fair and equitable for people. The current building on the site, I know that there was water coming up through the floor of the fire station during the recent flood. Those trucks that are in there are several, that's a major expenditure, and you're putting your fire station on a floodplain. When that comes forward to council, I'm going to be looking for how that's going to be addressed. It's a great location. Can it be addressed well so that we're not putting, maybe $10 million total on a floodplain, or where we're going to have to replace that coming up because now our trucks, the building was not well situated. You've got those trucks that need to get out, but now you've got a flood, right? And so they're spending more time bailing water out of the building than they are fighting fires. That's really concerning to me.
Thank you.
Ms. Pownell, we'll start with you. What changes should the city establish that would improve the local business climate, encourage more business growth and development, and provide more property taxes and jobs for Northfield?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the first part of the question? Thank you.
What changes should the city establish that would improve the local business climate, encourage more business growth and development, and provide more property taxes and jobs for Northfield?
Thank you. I think one of the things that we have worked on, or that Rice County worked on, is our labor shed. Who and how many people, workers, can we draw to our community? My understanding is that in Rice County that we have the labor shed to supply 200 employee business. That includes Faribault, Lonsdale, Northfield. I think you really need to look at what sort of businesses that you can actually draw to your community. We have a reputation of Northfield. It doesn't stay within our city boundaries. We've got to function better at the city council level. It's a must. And I think you can do that. It's okay to debate the issues. How you debate them matters. This place needs to be a safe place for businesses to come and get their concerns addressed. I'm a solution finder. I need to know what the solutions are or what the issues are out there so that we can find solutions to those. One way that you can do that is by getting that business retention and expansion visits, going out directly, door to door. Again, something that I really feel strongly about, meeting face to face with people, finding out what their issues are, and then getting them addressed. Another way that you can expand upon businesses in your community is putting out accurate information about the great things that we have about Northfield. Northfield has a lot of assets. DEED had said it in their economic summit that they came to. We need to expand upon those and get that word out there.
Thank you. Mr. Graham, what changes should the city establish that would improve the local business climate, encourage more business growth and development, and provide more property taxes and jobs for Northfield?
Thank you. Well, I've been working on that for 4 years as mayor. Again, going back, I convened that economic summit 4 years ago to get experts in from the state, from developers, from DEED, from people that will tell us straight on what the impression around the state is in Northfield. we've made some big progress. I'm on the EDA, and we just hired our new economic development coordinator. This is a person that's going to be boots on the ground. This is going to help us. I've been doing business visits to these our Northfield businesses, but our boots on the ground person will be out there really digging into it, really working with our businesses, working with the chamber, and figuring out what best ways to promote Northfield. Again, we've got some opportunities. We've got an opportunity with Xcel Energy for our enterprise park. They want to promote us nationwide. Nationwide, they want to promote us on here to try to get some industry in here. That's an opportunity. Hopefully that'll be something that will bring some jobs to Northfield as well as increase our tax base. Our micropolitan summit that we've been asked to consider having here in Northfield. We are a regional center, and we need to position ourselves to talk about development and promote the opportunities here in Northfield. And of course, council has to be receptive to those. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Graham, we'll turn back to you. Again, 90 seconds. What is one issue not being talked about in this race that you feel should be?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is during election season, a lot of things are said, and each candidate is promoting themselves, but we have both been on the council for the last 4 years together. So as these issues have come up, I think people should be looking at what our voting records are. How have we responded to the situations that have come up before us? How have we responded to talking about our comprehensive plan or our LDC, our land development code? That's been a big issue here. And we talk about growth, and we talk about bringing jobs in, increasing our tax base. How have we voted? How have our discussions gone on those things? It's a direct comparison. You take a look at how we've handled it at city council level and what we've done in the community versus just the talk of a political season. I think that's where the difference is, and we're not talking about those kind of things.
Thank you. Rhonda, same question. What is one issue not being talked about in this race that you feel should be?
Northfield is a community packed with talent. It is sitting right here in this room. Thank you for being here this morning. With its diversity and range of expertise, Northfield should have thriving, exciting civic engagement, accomplishing great things. The city needs to figure out how to make the most of this talent rather than keeping it at arm's length. Our city committees should have clear missions and should be full of experienced people, enthusiastic about making a difference rather than full of vacancies.
Thank you.
Okay, let's wrap up in closing remarks. Remember, each candidate will have 2 minutes for closing remarks, and we'll start with you, Ms. Pannell, 2 minutes for your closing remarks.
Thank you for joining us this morning. It is people like you who pay attention to local government who make it work. I'd like to leave you with 3 thoughts. First, I'm running to lead city government in the way that most people would, with civility and a commitment to listening and finding what works. That means listening to and including more people and creating an environment in which we can work together collaboratively. We live in an excellent town with great strengths. It's also changing. To manage that change and use it to create the best Northfield, we need a mayor who is open to new ideas and who will work with anyone who wants to help. Second, I want to help Northfield build on what is great about our town. That means building on the culture of our community, including our vibrant downtown. It means supporting and growing local businesses. It means doing more to protect and take advantage of our green areas and water. These are huge assets for Northfield. With growth comes both needs and opportunities. The council should be open to opportunities and responsive to needs. The knee-jerk no's don't strengthen Northfield. Third, I'm eager to lead as we work together to make Northfield even better. I have successfully led city support for projects that make Northfield a better city, like making the library as accessible as possible. I successfully lead the Minnesota League of Cities. I will do the same for Northfield. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Graham, 2 minutes for your closing remarks.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for being here today and listening to us and listening to how we respond to these questions and what our vision of Northfield is. You know, Northfield is at a crossroads, and the next council will make many critically important decisions that will determine whether we thrive or stagnate. Rhonda's going to be on the council regardless of whether she loses this election or not. She's got another 2 years on her term. She doesn't lose her seat. She mentioned earlier, as when the question came up about private sector experience, obviously she doesn't have that kind of experience. I've got that along with being mayor for the last 4 years. Now, I look forward to working with her. And she's been running this campaign basically for 4 years. And so these are things we have to work out. But if she wins, she gets to appoint a replacement for her seat, and I don't think that's going to be a healthy option for Northfield. You know, we may have found the partner we need in XL Energy out there at our Enterprise Park. Let's hope so. We're going to need strong voices to ensure that all opportunities are given a chance to advance their business here. But it's more than that. I believe that I'm the voice to move our city forward on several different fronts. I'll be looking for ways to have my youth initiative get stronger. Why? Because they're our future. If we show them we are a community that values our youth, we'll be very attractive to them later as they start their own families and or a business. I want to grow on the relationships established with the college presidents, the hospital CEO, the school superintendent. Those relationships will lead to more collaborative efforts in our city. It's time to take a regional approach to planning. Our current comprehensive plan is outdated and narrowly focused. I will always keep close tabs on taxpayer money, and if we are asking for more, we should be telling you what our intentions are. As I said in my opening statement, this is not a 7 to 10 p.m. job on a Tuesday evening. I will continue to work hard and take my efforts directly to the citizens to move forward. I'm proud of what I've accomplished, and that is why I'm asking for your support in my bid for a second term. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank each of the candidates for attending today's Northfield Mayor Candidate Forum. Thank you for attending the forum. For our audience, have a great day, and remember to vote on Tuesday, November 8th, 2016.
Thank you.
Thank you.